What's up, guys? We're back here with another video, and this time we're gonna be doing our NFL playoff predictions. So this is kind of like part three of it. But if you want to look at part one and part two that I uploaded earlier, you guys can. But this is part three of the complete 2023 NFL season. So we're to the playoffs though. So we're gonna get started with the AFC. So we got the Ravens versus Jacksonville. Um, this game right here can definitely go either way. Now, I think I can definitely see Jacksonville winning because we seen last year that Jacksonville won this game from a 2-point conversion. Like that's where the game the Ravens blew. Because I know they played in the regular season though, but it can go either way because Jacksonville is a sneaky looking good team. They got some talent though they're building upon. And the Ravens, both their offenses are fine, but I don't know which offense is more explosive in this game and which defense is more explosive. But in my opinion, I think it's the Ravens though, because I'm too concerned about Jacksonville's defense enough, like how they're going to be able to contain Lamar. Like I don't know if it's going to happen though. So I understand the game's in Jacksonville, and we know they want a playoff game, but I'm going to go with the Ravens here because I just think the Ravens, are just a more experienced team, and I just think they have the better quarterback, and I just think Lamar, he's going to outduel Jacksonville. So I think it will be super close, but I think Baltimore finds a way to pull it out. Then you got the Browns taking on the Bills. Bills are like this game's in Buffalo. Now last time when these two teams play, it was no Deshaun Watson. But this is a different team that the Bills is playing, which they have Deshaun Watson now. But when you look at the Browns, they're pretty much underrated. Their defense is pretty much underrated. So maybe they can give the Bills offense and defense issues, especially with the offense. But I think the Browns, they're gonna come out, like they're gonna show some energy, and Watson's gonna have some good moments in this game. But I think the Bills is too because their defense is very strong. They have a strong secondary, and I think they can get after Watson in this game. And the Browns defense, sometimes they struggle against top quarterbacks. So I'm gonna take the Bills because they're at home. They're the more complete team. They have the better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're at home. So yeah. So I think the Bills find a way to pull this one out. Then you got the New York Jets facing on the Cincinnati Bengals. This game right here can definitely go either way. Now, that's it. Now I can definitely see the Jets pulling off this upset because they have a really good defense and they can definitely give Joe Burrow fits. But at the end of the day, the game's in Cincinnati, so I'm picking the Bengals here because I just think Cincinnati is just a more experienced team. They're at home, and they just got the better coaching staff. Like, I just have a feeling that that since Cincinnati is gonna outcoach the Jets because we know the Jets don't have a good coaching staff. The offense is a little bit it's okay but not great, especially with their old line. So I think Cincy's defense, I feel like with Big Lou, with his ability to confuse Rodgers, that'll be a good thing. He can find a way. He can understand how to defend Rodgers and all that game. Like I think their secondary can find their matches against Garrett Wilson and Allen Lazard, and I think they'll find a way to slow down the running game. So I think this game will be close, but I think Cincinnati pulls it out. Then we have the Philadelphia Eagles versus the New Orleans Saints. This is a game that can go either way. Now, I could definitely take the Saints because they're at home, but the Saints are pretty much overrated. But I know the Dome is a tough place to play at, but I'm going to pick the Eagles here because I just think the Eagles are just a more experienced team. They have the better quarterback, better coaching staff, and I just kind of really feel like that, the Eagles defense is going to give the Saints offense issues. I think they're going to find a way to stop the run, give Derek Carr and that Saints offensive line fits, and then they have a really good secondary, to cover Olave and Thomas. and they're gonna get out the car. Now, there's a chance that I think the Saints can definitely confuse Jalen Hurts because we seen that last year. Even without Jalen Hurts, I don't even remember, if Jalen Hurts was playing, but even even though the Saints, didn't have a quarterback, they was able to pull it out. But I think Philly wins because they're just the better team overall, and their defense is pretty much better than the Saints. So yeah, I think it could be close, but I think Philly pulls it off. Next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus Detroit Lions. Now, this is a game right here that can go either way, but this is another one of my trap games, though. So, by the way, I don't know if I can trust the Lions to at least win this game, but it's hard to say that the Lions are going to win this game due to the fact that their coaching staff is a question. Like, I don't know how the Lions are going to do in the playoffs because Jared Goff is facing against a Pete Carroll defense that he has struggled in the past. So he's facing a defense that has struggled in the past. So I think that its game is going to be close though. We know Seattle's defense is pretty young, but it's getting better. But I'm actually going to take the Seahawks to win. I just think the Seahawks, are going to find ways more to win. I think their defense can find a way to confuse Jared Goff and get after Goff. They have the pass rush to do that. They have the secondary to cover St. Brown. And then they have the weaponry that can definitely give the Lions second defense issues. So I think Geno's going to have good moments in this game. So I think Seattle wins in a close one. Then we got the Giants versus the Cowboys. This game's in Dallas, another division game. Obviously, I got the Cowboys winning this game because I just don't really trust the Giants, beating Dallas right now until because I need to see before I believe it. The reason why I think Dallas is going to win because they're at home. They're just a more complete team. They pretty much own the Giants. And plus, I just think that the defense is going to give the Giants offense some fits because they have been playing the Giants pretty well. Because I just feel like they have a better defense. They can get after Daniel Jones. They have the secondary to at least cover their passing game because knowing that the Giants, they don't got good weaponry, even outside Darren Waller. So I think Dallas should win this game. So moving on to the divisional round, we have the Buffalo Bills versus Cincinnati Bengals. The game's in Cincinnati, but I think that's a game where I think Buffalo can win because the Bills, they've struggled against Cincinnati last year, but given that the game's in Cincinnati, I'm probably gonna take the Bengals here because I just have a feeling that Cincinnati is just an overall better team, and they just pretty much kind of own the Buffalo Bills. Like, I feel like Big Lou understands how to defend Josh Allen and all that. I think he can do that, and I feel like that Bills defense may not have answers for Chase or Higgins. So, yeah. So I feel like Joe Burrow can have good moments in this game. So I think Cincy wins this game. Even though last year, they went on the road in Buffalo and blew them out because, Josh Allen was terrible. So I think the Bengals win this game. Next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens versus the Kansas City Chiefs. The game's in Kansas City, but I think this is going to be a good game to watch. But I'm actually going to go with the Kansas City Chiefs to win this game. They're just a more complete team. And I just kind of really feel that the Chiefs, are going to control the clock and control time of possession to keep Lamar on the sidelines. And I think that's going to allow them to win the game. So I think the Chiefs find a way to pull it out with a victory here. And I just think the offense, can do enough here to at least slow down the Ravens pass rush. They're going to have answers for their blitzes. And I think Spags is going to find a way to defend Lamar in this game. So I think the Chiefs win this game. Then you got the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Dallas Cowboys. This is another game that can go either way, though. But if this game was Philly, I could definitely take the Eagles. But given that the game's in Dallas, I'm taking the Dallas Cowboys to win to go to the NFC Championship game. The reason why I'm just picking the Cowboys to win, because I just think the Cowboys, defense, it's going to confuse Jalen Hurts because they played the Eagles' offense pretty well. Like they understand how to defend Jalen Hurts. I mean, the offense understands how to move the football against Philly because I feel like Philly's defense could be a little overrated. So I think they can move the ball against them in this game. So yeah, I think Dallas finds a way to win that game. Then you got Seattle Seahawks versus San Francisco 49ers. Obviously, I San Fran winning because San Fran is a more complete team. They have the better quarterback, better coaching staff. They're at home. And they just have the better defense overall. I just think they're going to confuse Geno in this game. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand that San Fran swept them last year, but I think San Fran will win because they're at home in this game. So yeah, that's pretty much why. So now we get to move towards the championship game, which we got the AFC championship game where we got the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Kansas City Chiefs. This game right here can go either way. Now last year the Chiefs won that game, but obviously even though it was in Arrowhead Stadium, the Chiefs did struggle to win back in last year's playoffs. But I'm obviously going to pick the Bengals to go to the Super Bowl this year and pick them to win to go because I think that Cincinnati pretty much understands how to play the Chiefs pretty well. I think their offense can move the football against them. I think their defense can do a good job, confusing Mahomes, and Big Lou kind of understands how to do it. So yeah, I think Cincy wins that game. And then you got the Dallas Cowboys versus San Francisco 49ers. This game right here can definitely go either way. If this game was in Dallas, I might go with the Cowboys. But given that the game is in San Francisco, I'm taking the 49ers. And I just think the 49ers, are just the more experienced team. I just think their defense pretty much understands how to defend Dak and all that. And I think their offensive line can do a good job, slowing down their pass rush. And I feel like they can block their front and all that. So, yeah, I think they find a way to pull it off. Then, last but not least, we got the Super Bowl, which we got the San Francisco 49ers versus Cincinnati Bengals. Obviously, I think I just kind of really feel that this game right here can go either way. Now, some people might pick the Bengals to win the Super Bowl because Joe Burrow hasn't won one. But this time, I'm going to pick the Niners to win the Super Bowl because I just think the Niners, are just a more experienced team. I think their defense can find a way to defend Joe Burrow, get after him because we know we have the pass. They have the pass rush to do that. Then I think they're offensively, I think they'll move the football against Cincy's defense, which I think they can give their defense issues in this game. And I feel like Brock Purdy is going to have some good moments in this game. So, yeah. So I think it will be super close and it will be competitive, but I got the Niners winning the Super Bowl this year because they just need one. Well, those are all my playoff predictions and my NFL Complete 2023 predictions for this season. Well, hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you disagree with me, just let me know in the comment section below who you think is going to win it all this year. Well, I got the Niners win the Super Bowl this year. So if you disagree with me, just let me know who you got winning it all. This is Emmanuel Jones from Big Fan. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Peace. Man, you want to go look at this one over here in Blackberry Crossing? I can go later. Huh? I'll go later. No, we're going to go now. It's at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock? Yes, at 3. Well, I have to go eat. It's at 3 o'clock. We'll be coming back.